Hello everyone and welcome to Clarity 16.4.1 Feature Supportability Training. I am Vib Malhotra, and as part of this section we will be talking about the customer voice enhancements. Specifically, we will be talking about the three enhancements that were made to Clarity based on the Customer Innovation Panel. There were additional enhancements that are being made based on the Customer Innovation Panel, but those are covered in their respective sections. I'm only going to talk about the three that did not fit in those sections. The three specific enhancements are the first, which is the enhancement to the Smart View option that allows selecting prior and next period for the start and end period within the view option. The second is the ability to filter audit data based on attribute name, and the last is the increasing of the length for the link field within to-dos. Right, with that, let's see the product in action. So I'm going to start off with the Clarity 16.4.1, and I'm going to navigate to our projects, and in the projects I am going to my financial view. And as you can see, I have my projects, and in my financial view I have a TSV defined for the planned cost, actual cost, and forecast cost. Now if I want to see this data based on different time periods, I can go into my view option, and you will notice that under the start period I now have the option to pick prior and next period. Same thing is available to me for the end period, where I can pick prior and next period. So let's see that in example. If I'm going to start off, let's say I want to see the prior period and the end of next year, it makes the change and it's now showing me Q2 and then the rest of the periods for this year. Or I can say show me next period till the end of this year, so it'll start with Q2 2026 till the end of this year. Same logic, if I wanted to, let's say I'm going to pick 2025 just so that I can have my various periods. So I'm going to start with 2025 Q3 period, and my end period I can say prior to the current period, and then it'll basically trim it down to just the Q3 and Q4. Or I can say my end period to be next period, and then it'll show me Q3 all the way till 2026 Q1. So as you can see, I can see the different period option. The same is also available anywhere else. So I'm going to now navigate inside a project, going to go to its financials, and in there you will see the same option. So I have my different TSV defined. In here you can see that for the start period I have now prior and next period, and the same thing is there for the end period, where I have the prior and next period. Alright, the next thing I wanted to show was the ability to filter the audit data based on attribute name. For that, I'm going to navigate to administration within Modern UX, and I'm going to go into the audit page. Landing in here, as you can see, I've pre-filtered to only show me project data that has been modified for the last 90 days. In this case, there are two specific attributes that have been modified in the last 90 days, which is the manager and the project name. If I wanted to just see only the project name, I could do that by adding to the filter the new filter option, which is attribute. Selecting that will allow me to now say find me the changes made to the project object, and within that object the attribute that contains project. And now you can see it is showing me based on that new filter criteria. Right, let's go ahead and remove that. We also will work with the relabeling of the attribute. What that means is if I was to now go into administration and if I go into attributes, and in here I've filtered this down for projects and I have project name as one of the attribute, I can re-enable this. So let's just call it as investment name rather than the project name. Once I do that, now if I was to go back to my audit, you can see right away the first thing is all those filtered attributes, the name has automatically reflected to investment name. And if I go into now filter by attribute, I can say show me just that, and it gives me only the attributes based on its relabeled header. So now we allow supporting filtering based on the attribute name, and we do respect the relabeled version of it also. The last demo that I was going to show is in the area of my workspace. I'm going to go into my workspace, and in here I have my checklist. I have various to-dos within that checklist, and now I want to add a link to this to-do. In the past, I was limited to only 240 characters. Now I can populate data that is a lot more than that. So I can go ahead and copy that, and if I go in, and I'm just going to keep pasting the same thing just so I can show you the new error message, which is, you can see that the link length has been increased to 1333 characters, which is the max for a string. And we display the error message. Now if I was to reduce this down to just my link, it allows me to accept up to that length, and I can just go ahead and save it. So now you can see that we can save the link up to 1333 characters. That concludes the demo for this section. Thank you everyone for listening.